hey now, wait a minute, wait for it.
Wait a minute.
Wait for it.
That's more like
Well,
it.
you never. There's a lot of buttons over here.
We're pushing all the buttons, as Fergie would say.
Quit pushing the buttons.
Yes.
You know, at some point you push the right one or the wrong one too many times.
Until you keep figuring it out, what doesn't work.
And there's oh gosh,
Well,
boy, have I got it. Look, trust me, I figured out a long time ago what doesn't work.
for you.
But apparently I just keep doing it. Welcome to WAFB 9 News Now on a Tuesday. What are we, April 20th?
April 20th.
Okay, all day long?
Yes, all day long.
All day long. So this April 20th comes with a difficult move in the waters of the Gulf of Mexico, south of Grand Isle. The Coast Guard announcing late yesterday that beginning today, they would be suspending their search and rescue efforts. It's hard to hear.
When you keep in mind, 4:30 last Tuesday evening is when the search started. That's when they found the distress call came in. That's when they rescued the 6 people.
Right.
And yesterday, again, the Coast Guard saying they're going to suspend the search, but the company, the owner of the company, Secor Power Marine, has said, the owner there, that they're going to send divers out and continuously do what they can. As for the manpower of the Coast Guard, of, who knows, the United Cajun Navy, it's not going to be as big as of a concentrated effort anymore.
Now it is about, like you said, the company setting down their divers, their contracted divers, going room by room in this enormous vessel. And you and I, we've kind of got an idea how big this lift boat is. But we saw earlier today some of the photos coming out with those divers right next to those gigantic lift poles, those masts, those feet. I mean, the human looks just like an ant.
Bitty.
It tells you how big this is.
Yeah, just some perspective of divers having to go through each level of that, finding who they can. And again, they've recovered 5 bodies. 6 people initially were rescued. So again, 8 people are still out there, 8 bodies right now.
So again, we'll follow that, and now the next phase of this begins. That's the search again, but also the investigation. NTSB is a part of the investigation into what went wrong. But they said this could take a year, 2 years.
Right.
But again, that's this next phase. Next phase with vaccines. If you go into health, 9 News app, WAP.com, health, COVID-19, the one-stop shops. Vaccines. We got community clinics popping up day to day, and of course the big federal mass vaccination site in Baton Rouge. Yeah,
so that's going to be the one-stop shop really for you if you just want to do a drive-through, quick pass-through. Again, the White House is really behind this effort. FEMA is there. The East Baton Rouge City Parish is behind this effort too. Here's the problem. They have 3,000 vaccines to administer per day. They're barely getting, I don't even know how many people are coming out. Yeah, and they want to maximize those vaccines because we were chosen, Baton Rouge was chosen out of many cities across the U.S. to get people vaccinated and get that herd immunity status here.
Yeah, it's Pfizer, by the way, if you're curious. They've got the Pfizer vaccine that they're pushing out there, which makes anybody 16 and up able to go get it. Everybody 16 and up is eligible. 16 and 17-year-olds can only get the Pfizer. That's what they're administering there.
Right.
And drive-up style and obviously quick.
That's the goal.
But they kind of need some more arms to show up.
Yes.
So that's kind of the idea.
They're asking you to make an appointment, but walk-ups are welcome, especially in this situation where there are not many people coming up.
Yeah.
So go get one.
Oh my gosh.
If you want one.
All that again waiting for you. You saw this morning?
Yes, the good news this morning. Missing woman found. So we put this out last night. Deborah Miltello, the Baton Rouge Police, putting out her picture, asking if anybody has seen her. Please let us know. And that is the good news we can report this morning. She has been found safe. Right. She's being returned to her family.
Found safe at actually a medical facility. So these are the outcomes that we hope for, and we actually got it. So it's brilliant, and love being able to report that. Missing, now found, safe, good to go, taking the next step. So,
and that's all really thanks to you for sharing her picture, to put out the call, to see who may have seen her.
All of it.
And she's now home safe with family. That's great.
Legislative session going on, right? So it's a Tuesday. Here we go. Maybe a Tuesday, not such a big. We still got some days to go.
Yeah.
Actually, but today is a big day when it comes to the legislative session. It's a deadline.
It's the last day. Lawmakers can file a bill that they actually want to talk about. And so when you talk about how many bills will be up for consideration, a big deadline coming up.
So they've already got hundreds and hundreds of bills filed. And so are there any last minute ones?
We will see what comes out of the session today. We've got our Capitol reporter, Chris Rosado, there, keeping an eye on things because there is a lot to track.
There's been some interesting conversations already going on. The one yesterday that grabbed a lot of attention was the Louisiana Workforce Commission. Obviously, we know the year that they have had, a lot of issues, a lot of the ability to get checks out to people, fraud issues. They had to pump the brakes on writing checks, but that impacted everybody. Stepping up before a Senate committee yesterday and trying to explain what was going on while asking for budgetary considerations.
It's a tough
big
spot
conversations.
to be in.
It is.
Yeah, and the secretary, Ava Deshwa, kind of had explained what the agency is going through right now. And again, they don't handle their own fraud cases, so that gets turned over to another agency, which then has to be dealt with as people are currently trying to receive unemployment benefits. So a lot that's going to come out of that in the days to come.
She said it right. You know, damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Truly.
You want to get the checks out there, obviously, to people, but all of a sudden you get all these thousands and thousands and thousands of checks. You think, oh, wait, what's going on here? You pump the brakes on it, so you're not sending out checks that aren't valid to begin with, but then nobody gets anything. Yes, so damned if you do, damned if you don't. Just one of the many conversations as session continues. Did you get any rain this morning in your little part of the world?
Yes, on the way in, trickling in a little bit, but nothing bad, nothing like what we saw last weekend.
Right.
I will take it. If that's the payoff is we get 63 and sun, hey, I will take it. And again, for most of you, it probably happened while you were sleeping.
Yeah.
Maybe you woke up, came out to your sidewalk, your driveway, maybe a little bit wet, but again, shaping up for a pretty nice Tuesday.
Not too bad, exactly. And you get into Wednesday, you get into Thursday, and they're all looking pretty decent. So we'll take it.
Yes.
But then, you know, Steve was talking about today, as we get towards the Friday and the Saturday, you see the percentage here on the rain amounts, but also potentially some stormy weather coming through.
That's the concern.
For Friday and Saturday.
So for the third weekend in a row now, we are
right?
in under a level 2
possibly
marginal
level
severe
2.
weather risk. So our team is keeping an eye on that, but you really have to be alert Friday into Saturday. So we're going to make the most of this while we can, but again, you really just need to keep an eye out for what's to come in this weekend. And Steve will touch more on that later on throughout the week.
The LSU baseball team on the road this weekend, so maybe they don't have to worry about it, but they are actually on the field at Alec Box a little bit later on today.
Okay.
UL Monroe coming into town, so we'll see.
They're coming off a little bit of a rough weekend.
It started out pretty well, and then the doubleheader went south kind of quick for them.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Southern coming off a rough doubleheader yesterday with Prairie View A&M.
Yeah.
And their first return to the Bluff in like a month.
That's tough.
So,
you know, you
was
get
tough.
excited about playing at home.
It was.
Yeah. But they're back at it tomorrow at South Alabama?
They're going to, they're out. Yep, they're going to Mobile tomorrow.
Okay.
Absolutely. They're going to be
so
back at
hopefully
it.
they've got a
Back on the
day
road.
off. Yeah.
Well, they're going to win, of course.
On the road again.
So, exactly.
Yeah.
Pelicans with a big game tonight. Brooklyn Nets coming in. We'll see. Look, they've actually played pretty decent against some good teams, and then they've fallen apart with the teams that should
Yeah, what
beat.
about their counterparts? Can they keep them getting scored on?
Yeah, that's the thing. Pels just give up a ton of points, and I don't know. And Brooklyn knows how to score, like a lot of points. All the time, all game, every game. Second leading scoring team in the East.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll see. The Pels tonight, LSU tonight. We'll see exactly what goes on.
Okay.
We had a couple stories this morning that were kind of interesting.
Yes.
Do you consider yourself, well, I don't want to, this is just rude, snobby?
Snobby? I don't consider you or I or
Right.
really anyone on our morning show team snobby.
You've lived around the world,
Yes.
lived around the country.
Yeah.
This is from Zippia, and they did a little research on the snobbiest states.
Right, but let's define
country.
snobby first. I think there is this misconception that snobby might be rude.
I think you're right. I think
Correct.
snobby may be misconstrued as rude
Yes.
by some people.
Yes.
I don't believe that's the case.
I agree with
So
you.
we're going to get into how they did this here in a
Okay.
minute. So their snobbiest states
Hit me.
are in blue. Here, it's all up in New England. over here,
Around
and
the
over here.
heartland and
Right.
the South.
And so, like, number one was like Massachusetts.
That's
And-
not surprising to me, though.
Snobby, okay.
Yeah.
So again, it's how we define
Correct.
snobbery / rudeness.
Correct.
Down here we have Louisiana, 32 on the list. Well, I wouldn't consider us snobby at all.
Nope.
Right? Look at Mississippi, 49.
49.
And so apparently, as far as the snob list, that's where you want to be on
Yeah.
the high end, right down here, not on the like number one, number two. You wanna be
Correct.
way down here. Okay, here's the thing. This is their
Gauge this,
criteria.
yes.
So this is how we determine it. Population of bachelor's degrees. So
Education.
educated. Percentage of degrees with arts and humanities. I would
Education.
argue that we need some more humanity in the
Yes.
world. Number of Ivy League colleges. Yeah, we don't have a lot of those in Louisiana or Mississippi. Gallons of wine consumed.
So that is the indicator of
snob?
snobbishness. Snobbishness?
Snobbiness? So I would argue that I could go get a nice $12 bottle of wine as
yeah.
opposed to gallons of beer consumed
Right.
yearly.
This is such
at a
an
decent price.
arbitrary confinement
So,
of criteria.
I think I don't want to be
No.
here because all they're telling me is I'm an uneducated beer guzzling idiot.
Exactly. That's what they want you to believe.
So that's not snobby.
That's what they want you to believe.
not snobby. None of
That's
this
why-
matters.
Yes. Just take it all off.
None
He's
of
so
this-
mad he's bouncing
I
off the
am.
wall.
I just don't. I'm
You
like,
tell him, Matt.
This
You
is
tell
not
him.
I may have.
Look, he is so upset about this list.
I don't get it.
Yes.
I don't want to be down there.
No.
I know Louisiana's not
We're
snobby.
at a comfortable 32.
I know
Middle of
we're-
the list,
but
humble.
If how they're grading this is if you don't have a degree,
No, right. Right.
you're more apt to be kind.
I think it's behavior. It all comes down to behavior, and the criteria had nothing
Nothing
to
to
do
do
with
with it.
that. And how do you gauge that? You're going to ask every single person walking in a door. You're going
Right.
to hold the door open for. You know what I mean? Like it's just
be nice.
arbitrary.
Be
Yes,
human.
Be good human
Drink your
beings.
wine or your
As
beer.
much as you want
What-
of whatever you want.
Moderation is key,
Well,
except on Saturdays
Well-
or Friday nights
well,
on bourbon. So there
that
you
was
go.
interesting.
I didn't. Yeah, I saw that and I'm like,
Yeah.
come on now, really?
Right.
Just because they're
Right.
educated to drink wine and just because we're not and we drink beer?
Yeah.
I like it all. I like it all.
Mm.
I'm not sure if you're liking it, but here it is.
WAFB Plus
Hello.
for you. What a treat.
I'm telling you,
Yes.
always a treat. Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV. You're watching 9 News now. Action a little bit. Asian Nation coming up.
That's it. In about 30 minutes, Johnny A is talking about some really cool
Yeah,
stuff
that she is.
happening entertainment-wise here and in New Orleans. Talking about some shows that are coming
Return
back.
of the theater. Yeah,
It's
so
exciting for a lot of people.
he's talking Theater Baton Rouge, talking
Yes.
literally with the folks from Theater Baton Rouge, actually talking with the folks from, I believe, Parkview as well.
Yes.
One of the great high school
Productions,
spots
yeah.
that puts on some incredible plays.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, it's giving you a look at what's coming to the Sanger
Some good stuff.
down in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
That's such a brilliant, when you talk about theaters down there, you know, got Mahalia Jackson and the Sanger, some incredible theaters in New Orleans that just
Yeah.
get all the great plays. So I'll give you kind of a look, but yeah, right here in our little part of the world, Theater Baton Rouge
That's
always
it.
has it never ceases to amaze me what they are able to do
Yeah.
with the resources they have. What they are able to put on the stage
Yeah.
really is incredible.
But that goes to show when you have the heart and dedication to something, you make magic happen.
That's
and what they
exactly
do.
right.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Les Mis out there. Gosh, what was it?
Wow.
It was a number of years ago.
Okay.
My wife and I went, and it's a smaller stage.
Of course.
And Les Mis is a big
Production.
production. All these different sets moving around, pieces, and I was amazed
Yeah.
with how they were able to do it. I'm like,
That's how you know they're good, when
did
they
you
can
just
really
pull
sell
this
you.
off?
Yeah.
They did.
That's
Anyway,
fantastic.
That's coming up, Asian Nation.
Yes, it is. 10 o'clock right here on WAFB Plus and on WAFB's YouTube page.
Exactly. Oh yeah, for those of you watching on the YouTubes,
That's it.
welcome to the insanity. So there you go, WAP Plus on a Tuesday, April 20th. We'll see if we can't calm ourselves down for a Wednesday.
We'll try. In the meantime, be good humans. Come back to the mothership at noon. And in the meantime, we'll try to not be snobby.
Try to enjoy your wine and your beer,
Yes,
people.
with your pinky.
Pinky up, snobby.
Fancy.
See y'all later.